Hello, yun mga katambay, ito na nga ang ating mga inaabangan na isang magandang laro na nangyari kanina sa NBL Australia. So yun, grabe, sobrang ganda ng laro ng ating pambato. At para sa inyong mga kaalaman no, mga katambay, ito yung kauna-unahang panalo ng ating pambato na si SOTTO sa ilang games na nilaro niya sa NBL Australia. Grabe mga katambay, sobrang ganda ng laban na ito. Dumating pa nga sa punto na nagkaroon ng mga malulupit na highlights ang ating pambato. So yan mga katambay, samahan niyo ako, panoorin po natin ang magandang laro ng team ng ating pambato na si SOTTO. Pero bago ang lahat mga katambay, paki-subscribe naman, paki-click naman po ng ating subscribe button dyan. At maraming salamat na rin po sa pagsuporta sa ating munting channel. Okay katambay, let's go.
CJ Bruton, but a good solid start in this one.
So timeout called by Dean Vickerman. 4:42 to play in the opening quarter in the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. We're going to jump into the Melbourne United timeout with Coach Dean Vickerman.
Talk about the 3-point line and settling for easy shots. They've only taken the 2. They've had 9 field goal attempts and they've only taken the 2. And just watching it, I thought the attack on the rim was noticeable. They are in early transition really trying to get there. So just goes to show the points of emphasis where, from where I'm seeing, they're doing exactly what Dean Vickerman's talking about, but he wants to further enhance and make sure and reinforce the desire of getting into the paint.
SOTTO makes the first. Wait. Goes 2 from 2. Adelaide by 4. They've scored the last 4 points in the game. Still to come this afternoon, Sydney and Perth up next at Kudos Bank Arena. Perth are another team that are playing beautiful basketball at the moment. That's a nice finish, Luala Chul.
That's the kind of touch Dean Vickerman was talking about in the timeout. The double drags, the 2 ball screens there in the semi-transition, and then they just let the play unfold. Find Luala Chul down low.
SOTTO back out for McCarron. Quickly back into Johnson, who may have travelled, in fact did travel. Shea Ili running the point for Melbourne. Newley did well to control it in the end. Shot clock in the single figures. Dellavedova has Peatling open for 3. 0 from 3 to start the game from outside Melbourne. Shoot it at 34% across the season as SOTTO throws that in the front row.
It was a perfect look. He had the guy pinned. DJ had the guy pinned. And that's just poor execution. Bad. Right idea. The exact right look. Just missed him by a metre.
Ariel Hookporty checking into the game as well. 2 of the brightest young international talents out there right now in Hookporty and SOTTO. We spoke, Liam, about some fun matchups. Hookporty and SOTTO is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
For sure. Both with big aspirations. A couple of big lefty prospects, and who have been coming along quite well over the course of the season. SOTTO's certainly in these last 4 games, but you've got to like Hookporty's development we've seen so far as well.
Both 19 years of age. Hannes trying to get downhill. Hookporty came over the top and monstered him.
He swallowed that up.
Newley throws it away. Dean Vickerman, you can hear in the background. They're happy. CJ Bruton goes to the bench late in the opening quarter. Golding. Get to make a field goal. After Peatling late in the clock. That's good.
I thought he started well. Yeah, to begin the year, and just gone away a little bit in recent times about what works for him, which is he's got to get after it. He's got to make a presence of himself on the glass, get some deflections, be a real lockdown guy on D, and then his opportunities will come on offense.
Nice take, Agata. Crosses over.
You've already got wide. Playing out of wide. Let's go wide. You setting it? You set the down screen. touch action. Get out, play into that drag screen, space hold, try and get 2 feet in the paint. Roll quickly, Kai, you're on the rim. And if you don't get it, it's a throwback to drive it again. Here we go, lock up on D.
First season in charge.
Found the gap along the baseline.
22 points on 9 of 21 on Friday. Dusty Hannahs, that's clinical from Melbourne.
Well, Dusty just went to sleep. He was on the weak side there, and as we saw earlier on, when there was
5-second differential between game and shot clock. Soto picked up an awkward ball and flashed to the basket. Draws a foul.
It's been tough for Adelaide these last couple of minutes of the quarter. McCarron out, Daniel Johnson out, Cam Bairstow, Sunday Detch, and the second unit finding things tough. Melbourne, as you say, Drew, churning things up defensively and just gaining control of the game a bit.
Yeah, it is, and I think that normally when you're going through these spells, you want to see this ball move side to side and swing the ball around and then get into some downhill action, which is common practice. But Melbourne are up and in the lanes. They're making it hard even to make the simple sideline pass or pass back to the middle, and they're having all sorts of difficulty with the passing action, and that's just coming out and not staying on their feet. Dean Vicken would rather a contested three than having the attack on the rim.
Dellavedova beat the full court press. It's his own rebound. There's a mismatch here guarded by Soto that he might like the look of. Soto was good enough to stay in front and stay with it. White travels. It's Adelaide who are dialing up the defensive pressure.
Really well defended by the big fella. Tried to force Delhi one way. In fact, he got the other way. Here you see, he lines him up, says, you know what, I'm forcing him to the help. Here, I changed his footwork. I'm going to force him to the middle. Got beat baseline. Moved his feet, though. Got his hands on it. And, again, just enough to force the turnover.
Trying to pace him through it, or not sure.
Johnson backs in on Barlow. To shoot that fade away, that's short. Soto kept it alive, but to the advantage of Melbourne, who have got the extra number up ahead. Barlow threw it upstairs. 36ers play through Johnson. One jumps out, offensive rebound, Withers. Great pass to Soto. Does a lap of the rim and falls out.
Well, they've liked what they've seen in DJ on the box, and he got that little step back and he made one. They've gone to him the last 2 times, and they've really been poor shot selection.
White posting up on Detch. Nice turn. Soto came over for the help D. He's called for a foul. Melbourne in this opening half. There's McCarron. Fires away.
He's not going to get beat. Know where you're going to get beat. So I'm going to overplay, take something away, and do my best to slide my feet and keep him going one way.
Bairstow out of the game, as Liam said. Nice Soto checking in. Sunday Detch forces Golding into a foul.
Have to be some
Well,
injury issue.
He doesn't have a lot of run in the legs in recent times, Bairstow. Barely played last season, of course, for Illawarra. And he's coming to the starting lineup, playing really well, and just finding it a bit tough today.
Soto at the top of the key.
No.
That's not a good pass.
That's the second time we've seen that from Soto. DJ has the seal down low. You got to give it to him. He doesn't want to release that seal.
And that's one of his great advantages. With that size, if he can, it's very hard to pressure that pass. He brings it up, just got to find the target and get it to him. It's a 4-on-1, and the one come up with it. Wanted it a little bit more.
And there's that length once more. Blocks the shot. And Withers is fouled while shooting the 3 ball. He goes to the free throw line to shoot 3.
And Drew, you talk about wanting it more. This is the block shot from Joe Luala-Chul, sending Sunday Detch.
Get courtside to John Casey.
Jack, Caleb Agata's had 2 slow games here in Adelaide. Just 6 points when they played here last Saturday night. Hasn't scored since quarter time in this game, but then again, neither has Chris Golding. They certainly just need someone to come up with the goods from deep. They had a poor night shooting-wise.
From outside today, 6% from the arc, Melbourne United. Johnson tries to step out. White, nice take in transition, and the finish. Jack White, playing a lone hand this afternoon, has 11 points to go with 5 rebounds.
He's leading the charge in terms of lifting that energy, getting on the offensive glass, getting out in pressure, making things happen.
SOTTO fires away for 3. White again pushes the issue. Chul has White. SOTTO lost him defensively, and White gets upstairs. He's scored the last 4 points in the game, and Melbourne have got it back to a 6-point deficit.
SOTTO just caught between watching the ball. He was retreating. And here is White, just the energy. Great pass on the outlet, just used his strength to rise up. Easy one. And down low, you see SOTTO in no man. He's sort of there, no ball pressure, no hand pressure. And a simple pass to a cutting Jack White finishes off with a 2-hand dunk. CJ straight away.
Tones and I are going to be playing at halftime. Drewy, one of your favourites.
Dude, Frankston girl.
Offensive foul on SOTTO.
Good count. They got through the set that CJ was talking about and got to the action. And just a moving foul there by SOTTO. Gets called for the block.
McCarron for SOTTO!
Yes, sir! What beautiful finish from SOTTO. McCarron just held it back an extra moment. The pass wasn't exactly on the spot.
It was a rubbish pass.
SOTTO made it work.
Made it look good by SOTTO. SOTTO looking like he's running in mud a little bit as well. He's fatigued. So we got to push through.
Bairstow into the paint, over the top of White.
He's got his wind about him. Cam Bairstow checking back in. Roll the ball into the big fella, and he continues to tick it over. He's in the double digits now with 11.
36ers lead by 8. Dellavedova forces Withers into a foul.
Here's the pass. It was well short and low, and SOTTO just with the creativity extra point value, hoping that it was going to be the regulation dunk, but made a poor pass look pretty good and has a spell. Good run by the big man.
Rebound McCarron. With SOTTO back on the floor. Hannes. Not that time. SOTTO outstanding. On the offensive glass, had one arm held, tipped it back in with the other.
And quite enjoying his own work, as he should. Got a little lucky, but put the paw up. The hand goes up. He's just going up there and is able to guide it in. And no substitute for size. And the big fella just gets in front of the basket, gets his hands up in the right position. It's a nice bounce and tidies up the Hannah's miss.
Down the other end, Drewy, Melbourne doing what you were talking about before. Chris Goulding checks in, they run some action for him. Straight away, get the switch, get Detch off him. Hannah's as the defender, and then throw in another pick. He's now 0 of 4 from long range.
To CJ Bruton. Illy into the corner for Newley.
Here we go.
Adelaide take control. Shot clock switched off. SOTTO found Hannes cutting. He was clubbed by Brad Newley.
What we have from outside the 6 minutes on the contract? Yeah, so I want to have a look at this. So replay center, can we have a look at this for C2?
The three-point line, because Melbourne United 1 of 19. So, but on that situation, you see what they're doing. The defense is
Johnson saw SOTTO. Had to fire with the right hand. It drops out.
good play, high-low action that they get through, get a good shot.
Hook Porting. Guarded by SOTTO. Couldn't finish. Melbourne knock it out of bounds. Adelaide get it back.
So two of the informed bigs in the league. Bairstow's got 16 and 12 in his own right. But Joe Chul has just got...
Minutes. Big results, Dusty.
Rebound Soto. And Melbourne have got a problem. Loose ball, Dellavedova scraps after it. Wins it back for Melbourne. Wala Chul into Soto, who was called for a block.
Loose turnover there from McCarron, just keeping the door.
Yes, white ball.
Second side cross, Alpha.
Soto sitting down now, but off the bench today, he's been fantastic. 10 points on 3 of 6, has had 3 rebounds as well, and he's looked a little stronger on the floor this afternoon.
He is. He's a very skilled big man. You can see he can get up down the floor, carries his hands high, uses his length, and then it's an area where he needs to do better on the boards. Got his size, and you see if he can get his hands up, he can tip it in, but as this season's rolled on, started it, missed a lot of games with injury.